Welcome to the deep dive. This is where we take a whole collection of sources, really dig into them and pull out the key insights for you.
Exactly. Trying to find those aha moments hidden in the details.
And today, well, we're stepping into a really rich world. It's drawn from excerpts of Kate Furnivall's novel, Under a Blood-Red Sky.
Right. Now, it is a novel, but for our purposes today, think of the events, the characters, the places inside it as the landscape we're exploring.
It's like navigating this intricate tapestry, so many threads connecting.
Yeah, and our job is to sort of follow those threads, see how they weave together.
And what a setting. We've got snippets from 1933 Siberia, a labor camp there.
The Davinsky labor camp, brutal stuff.
Then glimpses of Russia before the revolution, and also a village, Tivol, in the Ural Mountains, again in 1933, so quite a spread.
Definitely. Different times, different places, but all interconnected.
So our mission for this deep dive is basically to unravel these intertwined fates, these really compelling human stories.
Focusing on themes like, well, survival, obviously,
Good.
loyalty, too.
And how huge political changes, upheaval, affects individual people, their lives, their choices.
We're piecing together fragments, really, to try and get that broader understanding.
Okay, so let's jump in. Where should we start?
Let's start with that stark reality of Siberia, 1933. Sofia Morozova in the Davinsky labor camp.
Okay. The source paints a pretty harrowing picture, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Double barbed wire.
And the constant threat of ETAP, those brutal prisoner transfers just designed to break people down.
Utterly soul-crushing. And the work.
Oh, the work. Road building in freezing conditions. The tools they describe are just inadequate. They break.
Hands turning black with cold, breath freezing. It's nightmarish.
But even in that nightmare, you see this bond form between Sofia and Anna.
Right. Anna's health is failing, and Sofia sees her giving up hope.
And that's the trigger, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sofia makes this internal vow. I swear to God, Anna, I'll get you out of here if it kills me.
That promise becomes her whole focus. It's incredible how that human connection can survive even there.
It really is. That need to protect someone.
And it's not just the big vow. There are these tiny moments, too, right? Like Anna sharing leaves.
Yeah, and pork fat, even though, how she got it is grim.
It really speaks to that need for compassion, even when there's nothing.
It makes you think, though, about the moral lines in survival, doesn't it? What compromises do you make?
Definitely. What's the real cost? Not just physical.
So then comes the escape attempt. The tension just ramps up.
The plan during the paracur, the smoke break.
And Anna's quick lie about wolves to distract the guards.
You can almost feel Sophia's heart pounding as she slips into the forest.
And that sound, the crunch of ice under her boots, so evocative, it could give her away any second.
That detail is so powerful.
Yeah.
Like the ice itself is a threat.
Then the hunger hits her. Seeing that farm, longing for milk, it just shows the sheer deprivation.
Her hesitation, deciding it's too risky. It underlines the danger everywhere.
But she keeps going. Stealing food, traveling only at night. Pure instinct and determination.
So resourceful.
Yeah.
But then that awful moment of realization.
Yeah, she realizes she's gone west of the Ob River. Way off course.
Dura, stupid fool. That raw human error in the middle of this superhuman effort.
It just shows how incredibly difficult it was navigating that vast, hostile place.
But she doesn't give up. She refocuses immediately on Tivol.
Holds on to that image of the village, like a single point of light.
Which brings us to Tivol itself, July 1933. This is supposed to be her destination, where Vasily lives.
But Tivol isn't exactly peaceful, is it? It has its own currents.
No, not at all. We meet Pyotr Polshin, working at the forge, his relationship with his father, Mikhail.
And that sort of rivalry with Yuri seems like normal village life on the surface.
But just under that surface
is the politics. Comrade Chairman Fomenko, the first 5-year plan quote is looming over everyone.
That pressure for collectivization, industrialization, it creates this atmosphere of suspicion, right?
Totally. Especially towards anyone not towing the line, like the accusations against Bukrovsky the blacksmith.
Sturkov pointing fingers. It shows how even in a village, that ideology permeates everything.
And into this walks Sofia, an outsider, carrying secrets.
We see her watching everyone. Boris checking her out, wondering if she's useful with his dog.
Her cautious interactions with Yuri and Anastasia, silently observing Mikhail and Lilia, she's sizing things up.
Her arrival definitely shakes things up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
An unknown element.
And then there's Rafik, the gypsy.
Ah, yes. Rafik. So enigmatic, murmuring about Sofia reaching Tivol.
Using his crystal sphere, and Xenia having visions, it adds this whole other layer.
Kind of mystical almost, standing apart from the harsh politics. How does that fit in?
That's a great question. And later, when Sofia sees him again, he seems weaker, like his insights cost him something.
Interesting. Meanwhile, Sofia's getting desperate, trying to get help from Mikhail.
She sees him at the factory, observes his interactions with Alanya. She needs money, help?
She's looking for an anchor, maybe? Someone she thinks she can trust?
Perhaps. But she knows it's risky for him, too. He seems caught in the middle, trying to navigate this new world.
And then suddenly, chaos. The barn fire.
Right. The rifle shot cracking through the night air.
Mikhail's instant fear for Pyotr, it just shatters any illusion of peace.
And Sofia's right there, in the thick of it, which probably doesn't help her case.
No kidding. Then that confrontation with the OGPU officer, terrifying.
But Rafik steps in, and it's
Yeah.
weird, like he's manipulating what people see or think.
It blurs the lines, doesn't it? Between the grim reality and something else. Supernatural, maybe.
It definitely raises questions about what Rafik really is, what he can do. It protects Sofia, but it's unsettling.
Which sort of leads into Sofia and Mikhail's relationship. It gets more complex.
Their journey together, the conversations. There's a tension there, isn't there? An attraction.
Yeah, but Mikhail's clearly conflicted, wrestling with his own past, the demands of the present.
It's fraught. There's danger, unspoken feelings. He's drawn to her, but something's holding him back. His past.
We start getting hints about that past, yeah. Especially through the flashbacks.
Ah, the flashbacks. They start connecting the dots. We see Anna's memories.
Her life before, privileged. The Russian concubine praise, the Alexandrinsky Theater.
Carefree sleigh rides with Vasily. So different from the labor camp. It really hits you, the scale of the change.
For you listening, Anna's story really shows how the revolution turned everything upside down for so many people.
That contrast is devastating. Comfort, culture, security, all gone.
And then the memory shifts. Violently. The wolves in cloth caps.
Maria screams. Just chaos and upheaval. The end of that old world.
Such a powerful, terrifying image, the wolves.
A metaphor for the forces tearing through Russia, dismantling everything.
Then there's that other memory, Cranberry Juice Day.
Oh, that one's chilling. Vivid, but full of menace. Vasily vanishes.
And Grigory and Svetlana Duzeyev are there in the snow. Violence is heavily implied.
And later, we see Grigory Duzeyev connected to Vasily's reappearance. The pieces start clicking together.
It hints at this deep trauma in Anna's past, tied to Vasily's disappearance. The cranberry juice. Unforgettable image of loss.
We also meet Elizaveta Lishnikova, the schoolteacher in Tivol.
Right. She seems quiet, but her interactions with Pokrovsky, the accused blacksmith, feel significant.
As a teacher, she probably has some standing. Her talking to him might indicate hidden alliances or tensions. Another piece of the puzzle.
And the intrigue just keeps building, doesn't it? Sofia using an alias.
Trying to get documents from Deputy Sturkov, there's clearly a bargain, a risky one.
Shows her determination, her willingness to play the game, high stakes.
Then her search of the church. That feels significant.
Priest Logvinov acting strangely. His focus on that statue of St. Peter.
Suggests the church still holds secrets, maybe defiance, despite the official atheism.
And finding that hidden room behind a brocade curtain with a locked door.
Screams secret, doesn't it? Something valuable hidden away, maybe from before the revolution.
And Rafik keeps popping up. His pronouncements, his powers.
That ritual in the dark, the white figures burning pine needles, the white stone affecting Sofia. He's definitely more than he seems.
The mystical element again. Maybe it's key to understanding things. Does the stone connect to Sofia somehow?
Possibly. Maybe a latent ability in her. It's very mysterious.
We also get more hints about Michael's past, his connection to Vasily.
Especially his reaction when he sees that pearl necklace.
Yes, that felt huge, like it unlocked some memory or connection to Anna's family he'd buried.
Definitely deepens his character. He's not just a factory worker.
And the name Hope. When Anna sees Vasily, it's not just the dog's name, is it?
No, it feels symbolic. Hope for Sofia's quest, maybe a reminder of Anna and Vasily's shared past.
And hanging over all of this, Rafik's prophecy.
Betrayal is coming. Who will betray whom? The suspense is intense.
In this environment of suspicion and secrets, it could come from anywhere.
Which leads us into the escape and pursuit. The stakes get even higher. Sofia trying to break Anna out.
That axe-sharpening plan. So risky. She's putting herself completely on the line.
Incredible bravery. But even then, small acts of solidarity from Nina and Tasha for Anna, tiny glimmers of hope.
And Anna's memory, or hallucination, of playing with Vasilia's kids.
Heartbreaking, just reinforces what they've lost, the personal cost of history.
Then that awful moment with the guard, his predatory behavior towards Anna.
And Sofia's response, implied violence, shows the constant threat women faced, and Sofia's fierce protection, a grim reminder. But then chaos erupts in the camp, an unexpected chance.
A window for escape, but incredibly dangerous too.
They make it out, journeying through the forest with Mikhail, constantly dodging patrols.
And Sofia's quick thinking with the OGPU officer, my husband.
Amazing adaptability, using any opportunity in a life-or-death situation.
Then they meet Rafik and Pyotr again. And the news.
Anna's out. She's been rescued. A moment of triumph.
Feels like it, but you just know it's not over. Not by a long shot.
Which brings us to the reunion. Anna, so fragile, and she sees Vasily.
But he's not Vasily anymore. He's Comrade Chairman Fomenko. Powerful. Committed to the ideology.
That recognition is huge, but his transformation raises so many questions. Why embrace the ideology that hurt her?
You can see the conflict in him, can't you? Torn between the past and his communist dedication.
It really shows how ideology can reshape people, even break fundamental bonds.
His struggle mirrors the larger conflicts of the time. Loyalty versus political belief.
And Rafik explains his sight and warns of the Four Horsemen.
More foreboding. Suggests a bigger catastrophe is coming.
A climax of all the political and personal tensions.
And finally, that brief, tragic glimpse of Jens and Valentina in the train wagon.
Just drives home the human cost. The suffering, the loss of life during that time. Chilling.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what we've seen is this incredibly complex web. Interconnected stories, relationships forged in turmoil.
Right. We've seen amazing survival against the odds, the power of friendship, love, family bonds.
And the huge impact of politics on ordinary lives, forcing impossible choices.
But wow, so many questions are still left hanging, aren't they?
Definitely. What was hidden in that church? What's the full extent of Rafik's powers and this threat he sees?
Can Anna truly be safe? What's Mikhail's full story, his real motivations? And Pyotr, what happens to him?
So many threads still loose, which leaves us, and you, with a final thought to consider.
In a world like this, full of danger, shifting loyalties, what does loyalty actually mean?
And what sacrifices are people really willing to make for the ones they care about? Think about the weight of those questions based on everything we've uncovered today.